You can make 400k gold an hour on absolutely any server in the game. Low population, high population, it absolutely does not matter. Now, I've talked about this farming method before, but the comments in the last video showed some people misunderstood what I was saying. However, this is worth covering again as changes coming in patch 9.2.7 have massively buffed this method of farming. Since that last video went out, which was months ago at this point, I have continued to use that same farm and it's got me 400,000 gold an hour every hour I have farmed there since. But with the buffs coming in patch 9.2.7, this is going to be insane. It's important to watch this one all the way through as it's a much different way to farm if you want to get these insane amounts of gold. There's been lots of doom and gloom in the farming community since patch 9.2.7 announced that commodities on the auction house are going region wide. This means that prices on the majority of stuff will drop. You know that one idiot on your server posting well below what something is worth? Well, now you're going to have to deal with around 80 times as many of those. We are going to use all this to advantage, but we'll get to that a little later on. The first important point here is to ignore the farming footage you are seeing in this video. I'm not telling you to do a certain farm because there's simply no such thing as a farm that you can just copy from a YouTube video that will earn you 400k gold an hour. You'll use this method and find the farm that is worth a stupid amount of gold and keep this one to yourself and keep cashing in like I have done with mine. So this is me selling crafted mounts on a low population server. I'm the only one here and I sell them at 300k each, although I could charge more if I wanted. After the auction house cut and materials, this is 250k profit each. I can farm the materials to make 1.6 of these mounts an hour on average, so that is 400k gold an hour after materials, auction house cut, etc. Now back on my main server Draenor, these are selling at 58k each. That would be about 22k profit per mount or around 35k an hour. The same farm is 35k an hour profit on my main server or 400k an hour profit on the low population server. We can earn over 10 times more gold per hour, but it's on a different server, but we'll sort out that problem in a minute too. Firstly, how do you find these farms? You're going to go to this website and you can search for anything, but you are looking for anything that is not going to be cross-realm come patch 9.2.7. This is because you want to take advantage of the much higher prices on these servers. In particular, this can be any mounts, either farmable or crafted. On some servers, Viola Sands is still at 200k. Capture Dune Stalkers vary from 90 to 900k, depending on where you farm and sell them. If you are a transmog farmer and seller, you can check the basic stuff. First Mate Hat, for example, is 10k on some servers and 500k on others. You can check all cosmetic weapons or armor. Basically, you find the item you want to check. You can sort by quantity to see the servers that have none of these available, or you can check by price and see where the highest prices are. You then need to farm and sell on these servers to massively increase your gold per hour. But I said you could make this amount of gold on any server, so let's sort that problem out next, as the gold is not likely to be on your main server using this method. Like I said, in patch 9.2.7, commodities are going to be region wide, and this is going to enable us to transfer gold cheaply and easily across servers. This is because if you own all of a commodity in the region, you can set the price and buy the auctions yourself or get a friend to do the same if you don't have a spare account. On my crafted mount farm I was talking about earlier, say I'd managed to save up 1 million gold from my sales over time. I want it off that low population server where I buy and sell the mounts for much more and move to Draenor where I actually play. On Draenor I can put a commodity up for sale for 1 million gold and buy it on the other server. So minus that 5% auction house cut and the gold is transferred server. Even after the auction house cut to transfer the gold across servers, I'm still making nearly 400,000 gold an hour, and now all this gold is on Draenor. On a full population server, it is completely unheard of to get that amount of gold per hour. You just need to take these extra steps to get it. Now when you're searching for commodities, you need to be looking for cheap stuff with a really low quantity. For example, there's no point trying to buy out Marrow, as this would cost you about 100 million gold. I have found these 2 of cranes, for example. There are only 4 in the whole EU and they are cheap. If I buy all these up on Draenor, whenever I want to transfer gold from my farming servers, I just put one up for sale on Draenor, I buy it on my low population server, and that gold is transferred to Draenor just for that 5% auction house cut. The TLDR of this is patch 9.2.7 is making it really easy to transfer gold across servers without using the paid in-game services, so use this to your advantage and farm on servers where things sell for so much more and then just transfer the gold back to your main realm. In my example that's still working today, I'm making over 10 times more gold per hour doing that same farm on a different server and eventually transferring that gold back to my main server. I hope you guys can use this method to make yourselves so much more gold per hour as well.